up everybody? Remi Sovran here from Sovran.com. Now I know it's been a little while since I posted a video. I've been kind of busy with a lot of things, but I got a special video for you today. It's a little simple but important tip that I want to share with you. And also I got a lot of new videos coming out in the future with a lot of great information that I'm going to be sharing with you guys. So you're not going to want to miss those. You're going to want to stay tuned for those, and they'll be coming out very shortly. But for today's video, what I'm going to be talking about is bending at the hips versus bending at the back, and how this can kind of have implications on your back in terms of the long-term health of your back. So what I mean by bending at the back versus bending at the hips is, when I refer to bending at the back firstly, is let's say you're picking up something. You're doing a deadlift, you're picking up a box. I'm referring to someone who is rounding their back. So when you round your back, you put yourself into this position, you're putting a lot of stress on your collagen fibers of your disc. And so when you put a lot of stress onto the collagen fibers of your discs, this is how a disc bulge or herniation can occur over time, especially if you do a number of repeated cycles, or if you're lifting a heavy weight and you're rounding that back in that circumstance. So over time, that's how that bulge or herniation can be created. However, one way we can prevent this now, and one way to practice safe lifting, is by bending at the hips. So instead of rounding the back, what you're going to do is getting into this neutral position here. You're going to push your hips back first. So by pushing your hips back first, you're pushing kind of your butt out, and you should almost feel your hamstrings kind of tense up, and it might almost feel a little bit uncomfortable. But the key thing here is that your spine is neutral. You're not getting that rounding of the back occurring, and you're not getting that same stress onto the discs, which is going to prevent a bulge or herniation type injury from occurring. So this is how we would practice proper lifting, is pushing our hips backwards. Then we would shoot them forward by engaging our glutes or our hamstrings. So engaging that posterior chain when we're bending to pick something up. So if we look at lifting, or if we look at proper lifting mechanics, specifically for a deadlift or even a good morning, you're engaging in that hip hinge pattern. So your deadlift, if you think about deadlifting, this would be the proper way. You have that good neutral spine, your hips are shooting backwards, and then you're shooting them forward. So you're not rounding your spine, not rounding your back, and you're not getting that same stress onto the collagen fibers of your discs. So that's one way how we can spare the spine, is by shooting the hips back as opposed to rounding the back over. Now it's a little simple tip, but if you kind of incorporate this to your daily activities, any sort of daily lifting activities, whether it's just you're picking something up or even at the gym, this is how you're going to prevent those injuries from occurring. You're going to increase the longevity of your spine. You're going to prevent those injuries from occurring. So that's one reason why I wanted to share this kind of tip with you, because it's important to practice that hip hinge pattern. So you can practice this hip hinge pattern just by kind of focusing on shooting your hips back. You want to feel your hamstrings turn on, and you would shoot forward with your hips, engaging your glutes. You could use, so you think of different hip hinge activities. You could think of a deadlift is kind of mimicking that same action. Now I'm not saying you have to lift anything, but just mimicking that motor pattern, and getting that motor pattern down is going to go a long way. And once you kind of develop that motor pattern, it's going to make a real difference in preventing any future injuries from occurring. So guys, that's just the premise of the video, and it's a little simple but important tip that I want to share with you. It's something a lot of people aren't necessarily aware of, and it's something people need to practice in order to kind of maintain the health of their spine throughout their life, if they want to have a healthy spine and prevent injuries like a disc bulge or disc herniation from occurring, because they can be rather very painful and long-lasting injuries if they aren't treated properly, and they can really affect people's lives. So for that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And also, be sure to stay tuned, because I'm going to be releasing a lot of great content in the upcoming weeks here, with a lot of important information that I want to share with you guys, that I know will help you guys, at least hopefully help you guys, and I know you guys will like. So guys, for that, I know it's a few days late, but I want to wish you guys a happy new year as well. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Okay guys, take care and all the best.